Do you want to feel better? Do you want to be in a better mood every day? Do you want to sleep better? Do you want to be more successful? Well, I'm here to tell you one change you can make in your life that can make all of those things come true. Waking up earlier in the morning will help you be in better physical condition, will help you be mentally in better condition, and will help you be more successful by driving your own self-discipline. I made this decision myself a little over a year ago to start waking up early in the morning. I'll get to how early in a minute. And I'm going to walk through a number of examples, books I read, articles I read that led me to make this decision for myself. So hopefully I can help you make this decision for yourself as well. It's been a fundamental change in my life for the better, and I hope that you or other people in this class will watch this speech and be able to make that decision for yourselves as well. So first, let's talk about the physical benefits of waking up early in the morning. The fundamental problem with exercising is it takes time. I know it takes time. I have 3 kids, 2 dogs, a cat, and a wonderful wife. I also have a full-time job, and like all of you, I'm going to school full-time at Colorado Christian University. So when would I possibly have time to work out? I was stuck at home. I felt like there was nothing I could do, and then all of a sudden, all the different books and influences I read said, hey, John, you can get up in the morning. And getting up early in the morning gives you the time, it gives you the time to work out. So I set my alarm for 4:20 in the morning. Normally there's a gasp. I get out of bed, I go through a routine, and by 4:30 I'm in my garage doing some sort of a workout. And just to give you an idea here, this is my family that keeps me going all the time. They're my energy, the thing that I do all of this work for. But fundamentally, I want to be around a really long time for them. So physical fitness is very important to me, that I will live longer, be stronger, be able to play with my kids, do all of those things. So I get up early in the morning, gives me time to work out. When you have the time to work out, that's your best bet at becoming physically more fit. And when you are listening to this speech thinking, wow, John, that's really early in the morning and I don't want to do that, well, I'd recommend a book by Amy Cuddy or her TED Talk by Amy Cuddy called Presence. And she says, fake it till you become it. And she did a significant amount of clinical research that showed that standing in powerful poses, or pretending basically to be what you want to be for a long enough time, that physical activity of standing in a powerful pose actually teaches your mind to be more powerful. So your body movements drive your mental activity. So by just getting out of bed in the morning, that small thing, the more you do it, the more you're going to feel like it and the better that you're going to be. Second physical benefit to waking up early in the morning is better sleep cycles. Now this may sound like a silly thing, but if you wake up at 4 something in the morning, by the time 10 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock rolls around, you're really tired. So when you go and you get in bed, you just fall right asleep. I didn't believe it at first either. I used to be a big night owl. I started getting up early in the morning. Now by 9:30, I'm ready to go to bed. 10 o'clock, I'm in bed doing some sort of reading, and I hardly ever make it to 10:30, and I sleep very, very well. Okay, so those are the 2 main physical benefits. You get the time to work out, and you'll sleep better. Second, let's talk about how much you'll be in a better mood if you're getting up early in the morning. So first thing you'll be in a better mood for is earning better grades. I know I get in a better mood when I get better grades, and a 2008 study from the University of Texas proved that students who identified themselves as early risers, so people who think they got up early, not a specific time, but if you think you get up early and get ahead of the day, you got a full grade point, GPA grade point higher. So if your total GPA at CCU is a 2.5, which is what the average the University of Texas study showed, that if you were an early riser, your average was a 3.5, a full point higher average grade score. So get up early in the morning, get those good grades. Second is you'll be ahead of the power curve. Now the power curve, and I'm going to cite Richard Klass from the Huffington Post had a very good description of this, but the power curve is when you're learning how to fly an airplane. There's a minimum power you have to get ahead so that you don't stall or crash and that you maintain control of the aircraft. So you have to have a certain amount of power, you have to have a certain amount of thrust at a certain altitude so that you're in control. If you're underpowered and you're climbing altitude, you lose control of the airplane and it's very dangerous. That's been used as an analogy in business and in life for lots of things around how you manage time in your day. So just like you need enough power in an airplane when you're accelerating into your activity, in your day you have to accelerate into it as well. If you hit your day hard and you start working and you get ahead of all the things that happen to you, what happens is you're less stressed out. So if, like what I do as my example is I get up early in the morning, I do a couple of things, I go work out, I have breakfast, and then I do whatever the hardest thing for me to do that day is. So whether it's recording a speech for a class, whether it's a presentation for work, whether there's a bunch of emails piled up I need to answer, I do that first. And by doing that thing that's weighing on me first, I feel like I'm ahead. So when my kids wake up and my wife needs me to do something and my boss calls me with a problem and I discover that I have to do more for an assignment than I thought, when those things happen, I don't get stressed out about it because my biggest things are already done. So getting up early allows you to get ahead of the power curve, power into your day, and stay on top of everything so that these distractions don't stress you out or pull you off of your path for the day. So help you feel better. Lastly, the most important thing that I can stress from getting up early in the morning that helps you be successful is it helps build your self-discipline. Self-discipline is a big thing. I read a book called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Also has a book called Discipline Equals Freedom, which is a book about personal life choices, and he has a podcast and events he speaks at as well. Jocko Willink's an retired United States Navy SEAL, very highly decorated. He's the trigger that inspired me personally to start getting up early in the morning. And he says there is no hack, there is no shortcut. If you want to do big things, you have to work hard. And working hard all comes from self-discipline, and self-discipline starts from getting up early in the morning. So when I get up early in the morning, I have a chance to floss my teeth, I have a chance to take care of myself, I have a chance to get a workout in, I get things done to get ahead of the power curve so that when the rest of my family wakes up, I'm good. And I'm able to take care of them. I have freedom throughout my day since I got the hard things done up front. I feel like I'm in charge, I'm ahead of the power curve all day. And then at the end, that leads to eating better foods and other things that I make good decisions the rest of the day. So that self-discipline of getting up early in the morning leads you to make better and better choices all day long. So at the end of the day, you're exhausted. You hit the bed, you hit your pillow in your bed and you go to sleep and you feel like you had a really great day, all because you set your alarm clock and you woke up. And I'm going to close you with a couple of things here. So first of all, physical benefits of waking up early in the morning. You get time to work out, which means you work out. Second of all, you're going to be tired at the end of the day. So you're going to fall asleep, you're going to sleep harder, you're going to sleep better, so you're ready to get up again the next morning. Mental benefits. You're going to get better grades if you wake up early in the morning. All of us can relate to that. Secondly, you're going to get ahead of your power curve for the day, so you're going to have less stress, you're going to feel like you're more successful and you're in charge of your day and not like your day's happening to you. Lastly, you're going to be successful if you get up early in the morning because that first choice to wake up when your alarm clock goes off, that gets you out of bed and you get in a mode where you're disciplining yourself, you're in control of yourself, you'll make a bunch of good choices which will lead to you being successful just because you set your alarm clock earlier than you might feel comfortable with. So last closing bit here, there's a book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I read it several years ago, helped me quit smoking. I apply it to a lot of things in my life since then. He talks about how human beings build habits. Building a new habit takes 30 days. Getting up early in the morning is a new habit. It takes about 30 days, so you have to give it that chance. You have to set your alarm clock for day 1, for day 2, for day 3, for day 4. By the time you hit a month, I guarantee you won't even know it's gone by, and that'll be normal. Your body will have adapted, you will be using it, you'll be getting up early, you'll be feeling great. So, in closing, what are you waiting for? Build a new habit, set your alarm clock, get up early in the morning, you'll feel better. Mentally, you'll feel stronger because you're working out, and you will succeed and win every day. Thank you.